time now that we move forward with honor being under the city, right below it, below the city. Here we go. Yes. Represented in a flip-flop mix have got to give in to resonance technology. You know what? When I was a child, right? When I was a child, I was always afraid of time passing. I was afraid of the clocks ticking. I was afraid I couldn't fall asleep at night. I was probably afraid of my own death, really. And I was afraid of basically the passing of life and that everything that we created would fall apart and fall into pieces again and all fall back into the great float of nothing, really. So what I decided was, well, it was not really decided, but what I did was, together with a few friends, I kind of made an ode, a techno-rock ode, that we would create something that would be above ourselves, that would last longer than ourselves. Like a techno-rock ode. That's really what we promised. And it started to form already when I was 7, and between 7 and 12 it came more and more into place. And from 12 and onwards I was basically rocking it. I was living me techno rock out. And when I was 15, I knew I would be a synthesizer supervillain, and so did me friends. But some of my friends thought that the techno rock gold was really about how to max out the most. I mean, how to play the loudest, how to shag the most women, how to go to the most gay clubs. Like that old song, which I don't like, fire all your guns and wands and explode into space. They thought it was about that. Who could drink the most beers? Lager and stuff. But that path led down to who could get the biggest families and the biggest cars and the biggest this and that. And suddenly jealousy started to kick in because some of my friends had a bigger car and a bigger flat in Scandinavia, maybe a 3-bedroom flat, and the other one only had a 1-bedroom or 2-bedroom flats. Somebody had 2 children and one might only have 1 child. And jealousy started to break it all down to the here and now, down to materialistic things. And even some of your friends started to join politics and that kind of crap. Scandinavian politics is shit, really. It's all about making sure that the people that have plenty have even more. When I was a child, music really, there was like a time capsule that was sent into the fabric of reality. It could penetrate it really. It could last longer than yourself. And even more important, it could make yourself unimportant really. It could sort of bypass yourself. Down the line, most of my friends lost interest in playing music. And the one that continued, they moved into the art world. But for me, it's still the techno rock oak. I'm still keeping it. Yeah. Some of the other friends that tried to keep the techno rock oak, some of them disappeared into the jungle and shit. Some of them got HIV and AIDS. But AIDS is not the end, really. It's like a big ship. It's how you sail it, really, this important part. You know, you sail out with a lot of cargo and stuff in it, right? There's a lot of cargo in your ship. And then in the end, the cargo wasn't important at all. It was all about you, because you were the cargo in the first place. You get it? That huge fear of passing of time, really, that's what it all comes down to. All my friends try to hide themselves in materialistic things and family and their own DNA and passing that on, not passing on beauty. That's a division between some human beings. You either play on the team of passing on beauty and knowledge, or you live on the idea of passing on DNA through sexual activities. Both things can be good. You can even cross-mix them. It's not a problem. You just have to remember always to keep that techno rock up. If you want to measure time, it's really different. You said, you know what? I got 2 goats. They're called Sherlock and Clover. And time I spent with them, that's not much. You know, I travel a lot. But when I'm together with them, after a few days, we get really close. And I sit with them in the grass and stuff. And they come up to me and, you know, bite me a little bit and things like that. It's pretty nice. Yeah. Some of me mates say I'm like the goat whisperer. One of you tried to call me Geerman, which actually means a goat man. Anyway, the time we spent is really nice. And it's a completed time. The time when I sit there, they come up, we have a good time, we hang out together. They hold me a bit, and I push back. And then we might eat some leaves, which I take down from some trees for them. And I might even take a bite of one as well. And then after a little while, it's like we have a completed time. Those 20 minutes we spent together, they're like complete. And the interesting thing is we both know when it's over, and then we just wander off. I think you should start to count time in completions, fulfilled moments, much more than hours. seconds and all that. That's all BS, really. It doesn't get you anywhere. It's the wrong way of counting. But anyway, listen up here in the background. Yeah, I know I promised not to play it, but here it is. I couldn't be. I mean, I had to. This is Pirates of the Caribbean. Hope you like it. And if you're fed up with this now, then we're gonna push it further. We're gonna take it further right now. Yeah, you know what? You know what? Some of my mates and some of my friends and all that, some of them they do not like animals. I mean, they do like animals, but they're not like real down with animals and stuff. They laugh a bit at them, and they consider themselves like more supreme and things like that. But I think if you actually have to go into real interdimensional space travel and multidimensional space travel, we have to understand that we do need them, and we do need. I mean, you have to consider the Earth like a multi-species operation system, really, and we have to like evolve them. So, for example, now human beings have evolved to a certain level, and I think it's time, for example, to cats to also evolve to a certain level, and we do have to be helpful for them, or maybe goats could evolve to a certain level. I mean, I imagine like a spaceship in the future, you know, with maybe it's not only human beings on board, it might also be dolphins and goats and cats and all that. I don't know where that will take us. I really don't know where that will take us. But one thing I do know, however, that is that, I don't know if you noticed, but every single track that I've ever done, really, almost every single track, you can actually play popcorn on top of it. And that kind of ends up this long one, because you can actually play popcorn on top of everything that I've ever done. That kind of funny thing. I don't know. I mean, I don't know, one of my mates, he pointed that out to me once, and it's actually true, and I'm going to show it to you right now. Wee, I'm back again here. You know what? A lot of I've been pushed a bit into a corner, really, and some people have said that there's way too. I mean, I do way too many jokes, and I do way too many like tricks and jokes and all that. But I actually think that humor and doing jokes and all that, that's really the highest form of intelligence we have, and you can actually see that because some of my mates, when I was younger, they went to America and they started to work with computers and artificial intelligence and all that, and that's the hardest thing really to get a computer to do, like doing jokes and all that and being funny. That's the hardest thing. So in that respect, you know, I actually think that I'm on top of things. I think this whole record is on top of things then. And also all that popcorn and all that, that's on top of things. I don't know if you see that. Maybe you do. On top of things. Yeah. Well, thank you for listening anyway.
Thank you.